Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining. Skylar Stewart, Vice President of AIoT here at Epic IO. We are live in the heart of oil and gas country in Midland, Texas, at the Permian Basis Oil and Gas event. We're going to have some fun today. So this is our very first live webinar and might be our last live webinar that we ever do, depending on how this goes. A little risky, but we really wanted to bring you guys in and really show our technology in action live with a partner, which we're going to bring in Richard, who invited us to this event in Midland, Texas. We drove through the night from Arizona to Texas to be here, to be at this event, to support our partner, Richard. And it's a great event. There's over 5,000 people here at this oil and gas event. And as you're seeing, there is vendors clear across this parking lot. We're in the biggest venue here in Midland, Texas. And it's going to be a great event. We're going to have some fun a little bit later. There's going to be some barbecue. I think there's a band, but we'll get down to business today. And what we're talking about is really how our mobile surveillance unit really applies, right, to an oil and gas field or construction, and really how we apply IoT to that, right? So if you think about oil and gas, right, you obviously need site security in a remote area with no infrastructure. So obviously you need power, you need connectivity, and then we apply our artificial intelligence to that, right? And so we bring all of that together, things like monitoring oil tanks and having site security. And we can do all of this with our mobile surveillance unit. And so we're going to walk through our surveillance unit. We're going to bring Richard on, have a testimonial live with Richard and talk about this event, talk about what we're doing for this event. But let's do a quick walkthrough of the trailer, and then we'll dive into what we're doing for this venue in terms of connectivity for all of the vendors here, the AI that we're applying to this for people counting and dwell times, and things like that. But let's do a quick walkthrough, okay? So obviously you can see we've got a setup here, solar panels. We have a mast here that goes up a little over 26 feet. We've got a loudspeaker on top. We've got LED lights both on top of the mast and around the trailer. We've got a PTZ speed dome, some bullet speed domes here, and we've set up AI to basically detect how many people are walking into this event, what their wait times are here to registration, so that we can show the vendors here, the hundreds and hundreds of vendors, how many people are coming by their booth, how many people are waiting there, say for 5 minutes on vendor A, but maybe vendor B has double the people and their dwell time is over 20 minutes. So they're doing something right. So now the entertainment company, Richard, who's going to come in a second, can say, hey, vendor A versus vendor B, you have X amount of people. We can give those analytics to the vendors that are coming here, paying to be here, and really give data and true insights into being at an event like this, right? So obviously, back to the trailer, we've got our solar panels, we've got our mast, and our friend here, Sean Cho, he's our director of Southwest AIoT. And what he's doing, if you guys can see this, we've got a scene editor up. And what he's doing is drawing in the lines here on registration. And he's making sure that the boundary boxes are set in terms of how many people are waiting at registration, how many people are over at vendor A versus B, like I mentioned. And he's monitoring their surveillance. So what we're applying to this event is not only at the analytics of how many people are coming and going for the vendors, but also at night, we want to make sure all of this is secure. We want to make sure there's no break-ins, there's no theft. And so obviously, with our MSU, our mobile surveillance unit, we can set off loudspeakers. We've got cameras detecting AI or detecting people with AI if they're coming into this event where they shouldn't be after hours. So multiple applications are part of this. Another thing is we're supplying connectivity. So when we talk about our end-to-end solution, every one of these vendors is hooked up to our connectivity via LTE or 5G for either primary, for their point of sale, or for backup to make sure that they can swipe their credit cards as the crowd is coming through with 5,000 people. So again, really honing in on that end-to-end solution of supplying connectivity, site security, analytics towards how many people are coming and going, all within this mobile surveillance unit. So what we have here, kind of in the guts of this is the difference between a normal security trailer and what we provide, right? So this isn't rewind the footage, show that to police after the fact. This is actually monitoring if someone's breaking in with artificial intelligence, no matter if that's people, license plates, you name it. And what we have here is our edge compute stack. We've got a 24 and 48 volt battery backup. We have temperature sensors in there, obviously a switch to power cameras, and everything else. We've got behind this a router supplying the LTE or 5G connectivity to this trailer. So we're completely self-sufficient with solar panels, connectivity, our edge compute, all built in within this trailer. So you guys have seen these at Home Depots, construction sites, things like that. That's typically just a security camera on wheels. We are applying our technology towards this trailer. So it's advanced AI. We can apply IoT sensors and gateways towards that, like in oil and gas, to monitor oil tank levels and fill levels and things like that. So say there was a break-in right at this event. So we're going to mock this up. We'll see how this works being live. And so obviously we have a loudspeaker. You can communicate over your cellular phone. You can communicate via text. You can plug in a message. And if there's a break-in, right, after hours tonight, when this event shuts down, we're going to detect those people breaking in, and we're going to set off LED lights. We're going to set off network speakers. So Sean, if you want to kind of set that, hopefully you guys can hear that. As you guys heard, right, we're going to detect people breaking in, and we're going to set off those series of events. So the customer's going to get alerted via text message, via email, through their single pane of glass or their single pane of truth, which is Deep Insights. Loudspeakers are going to go off. So it's a proactive artificial intelligence all built in within this mobile surveillance unit. So we're going to walk over here and we'll show a little bit more technology, and then we'll bring Richard in and have him talk straight from a partner, but a little more of kind of the guts of what our MSU, right? So obviously it's a very self-sufficient unit. We roll these out. It's a very simple setup. Once these are rolled out, you set up the mast, you turn on the main power. We have our hydraulic pumps. We've got our LED floodlights out front, which those can be triggered, right? And they're very, very bright LED lights. We've got blue LED lights so that can be triggered or on all of the time if there's an event like a break-in or anything like that. And it's all built within there. And then we have a battery bank within there. So obviously with the solar panels here, and you guys have seen these in the parking lots of retail environments or construction site. Obviously, there's might be a couple solar panels and a frame. We built this with high quality to sustain battery life, power of the sun, obviously, and really be out there in a construction yard, in a pop-up venue, in an oil and gas field, to be completely self-sufficient, power, connectivity, AI, and IoT, all built within this unit. So, Scott, if we walk around here, Richard, we're going to bring you on the screen here. So, Richard, thanks for being here. We're doing this a live event. Could be our first, could be our last. We'll see. But thanks for inviting us. Tell us a little bit about Epic.io, how we started this partnership, and what we're doing at this event.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for coming in. I know you guys drove through the night to get here. We really appreciate that. This is one of the largest events that we partner with Daniel Energy Partners.
It's wrong.
So yeah, once again, thanks Epic for coming out last night, getting this set up. This is one of the largest events that we do with partners. Daniel Energy Partners, 5,000 people expected. Our customer base is 75% oil and gas. This is our bread and butter. And so when I started talking to Sean and Scott, probably about a year and a half ago, I mean, this was the thing that got me fired up because, our customers are remote locations. They need connectivity, they need security. Layering the AI and the IoT on top of that just blends perfectly with what they do. And that's exactly what we need. So, and I knew getting you guys out here, and it's one thing to send somebody a flyer. It's another thing when they can see it, when they can hear it, when they can put hands on it. And I can't thank you guys enough. I think we're going to do amazing things in the next 2 days.
Love it. Well, tell us about this event. So how many vendors are here? How many people are expecting?
Wow. So it's doubled in size. It's growing every year. So yeah, this year we're expecting just over 5,000 people. And it's, again, most of them are our clients, but you've got everybody as big as Schlumberger, NOV. I mean, the biggest of the big to the smaller oil field service companies. Daniel Energy Partners that puts it on, another client of ours, they are the number one, marketing kind of consulting strategy within the basin. So they're the ones that collect all the data, share it with each other, so people can understand what's going on in the field, right? So it makes a huge difference. And this is a way for all these guys. So, think of, if you've ever been to, the Houston barbecue, the Houston rodeo, think about something like this is that on a smaller version. So all of the companies are out here bring their own cook teams. So all the C-suite come out to support their guys, support the guys that are out in the field doing the job. And so for the next 2 days, it's really just a big celebration to them.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Richard, thanks for being here. All right, guys. Well, hey, live and raw from Midland, Texas at the oil and gas event here. And again, to double down, whether it's site security, detecting people after hours, whether that's detecting license plates coming in and out of your oil field, whether it's supplying backup connectivity or primary for point of sale at pop-up venues like this, and having site security for pop-up venues. It's all built within our end-to-end stack with Epic.io. And we appreciate everyone joining today.